Welcome, everyone. It's October 9th, 10th, 2022. We've got Leslie Girsky in the house.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
Let's start off with introducing you and where you were prior to us connecting, and then we'll chat further.
Okay, so my name is Les Girsky. Prior to connecting with Arthur, I was working for a Chinese manufacturer of LCDs. I was their first and only US-based employee.
And so at that time, which was almost 2 years ago, which also was right in the thick of COVID, what point did you kind of feel, all right, you know what, I need to reach out to a coach and, pull the trigger, so to speak?
So I was already actively looking for jobs elsewhere. I was applying to many jobs that were really right in my breadbasket, so to speak. But I wasn't getting any traction. I spoke to friends of mine that were fraternity brothers from API. One of them recommended this guy named Arthur, and he said, "Why don't you give this guy a try?" Arthur seemed like a decent guy. I looked him up, and we started a conversation.
The roles that you've been in, let me just share this as well. You've primarily been in sales, business development level roles, and the role that you were in with the Chinese company was what exactly?
I was the vice president of sales and marketing, basically in charge of all of their North American operations. It was myself, and I hired regional rep firms as an extension of our sales. Things were going fine. I was making okay money, wasn't making great money. But I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled, and I thought there were better avenues that I could take.
So when you and I first connected, and we talked about the 8-step program, basically having a strategy for your job search, 3 resumes, the LinkedIn optimization, etc. What made you decide to, okay, we're gonna move forward and work together?
Well, I knew I was doing something wrong. I wasn't gaining traction. I was applying to lots of jobs. I was getting very few responses. There was something wrong in my targeting system. There could have been something wrong with the way I was handling my LinkedIn profile. It could have been something wrong with my resume. I needed someone with more experience to help me out in that regard. And Arthur, in all honesty, you were the right person to do that. You helped me with my resume. You helped me with my LinkedIn performance. You helped me develop a strategy for targeting not only the right companies to send resumes to, but the right people at those companies and how to connect with them. And that made a difference almost immediately. I got more responses for the companies that I applied to. I got more interviews. I built more confidence. One of the things that you do that you don't really advertise as much is you actually help with the interview process. You help prepare us. And I got better as time went on.
As you were going through the 8-step program, when did you kind of experience that aha moment? Like, wow, things are really working. Okay.
I just started getting a better response. And like I said, it happened almost immediately. I saw my LinkedIn profile was going up. I was getting more connections, the connections with the right people. More people were searching me. These were things I was never really taught to even look into.
They actually, if I recall correctly, instead of using the typical resume, we actually created that PDF kind of presentation, which basically is just another version of a resume, but a little more dynamic. And you reached out, if I recall correctly, you sent that to HR and the CFO?
No. What happened with me is Lesro hired a recruiting firm. They found me probably due to my enhanced performance on LinkedIn. At least that's what they tell me. So they found me. I never would have thought to reach out to a furniture manufacturer. And I said, yeah, you want to look at my resume? Here you go, knock yourself out. I checked off all the boxes they were looking for, except someone with furniture experience, but they were looking for someone outside their industry, which I never would have found that.
I remember when you reached out to me mentioning this company, one of your first concerns was, all right, I know sales, but I don't know anything about furniture. And I had shared with you, Leslie, the industry really doesn't matter as much as you may think, because they're looking for the experience. And let me also mention, you had other interviews and even other offers.
I had several other interviews, but I did have one other offer on the table right about the same time as this one. And what's funny is that offer was for a job that would have paid me pretty much what I was looking for, and I would have had to commute about 10 minutes from my house on Long Island.
So having gone through the program, and obviously we've known each other now and have become, pretty decent friends, but having gone through the program, doing what you were doing before, which was applying and not getting much traction, having gone through the program, but what would you share with others that are, going through, what I call the hamster wheel of job searching, which is going online, applying and sitting and waiting and hoping?
Once you get to that point where you realize, okay, you have your limitations as far as your experiences, both life experience and professional experience. If you need help in an area, you find someone who's good at that specific role. And the role of helping job applicants find the right job, improve their resume, improve their LinkedIn performance, that's kind of your thing. So, getting you to do that, not for us, because obviously there's a lot of work we have to do ourselves, but it kind of opened my eyes of what things that I could be doing and should be doing that I would have known without having met you.
We communicated multiple times a week.
Yes. One thing, you were always accessible. And if it wasn't me reaching out to you, it was you reaching out to me, just checking in with me to see how I was doing. Was I following the 8 steps? Did I need help with anything? It wasn't the kind of thing where, once I hired you, I didn't hear from you again. No, there was constant interaction between us, which was always helpful.
And what would you share with people that are going through something similar when you were with the Chinese company, again, running around, like a hamster in a wheel, looking for something, things aren't working out? What would you share with people?
I'd share, don't think you have to go through this alone. Having someone on your team that knows some of the pitfalls that lie in front of you is very helpful. And Arthur, you're the epitome of that.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. How do you feel going through the job search even now has helped you manage your professional brand?
Oh boy, just from a LinkedIn perspective alone, it's enabled me to create LinkedIn posts that get a much wider viewership. They get a greater response. I mean, in my role today, it's all about getting more eyeballs on our furniture. How do we get more people interested? In the past, I would just put up a LinkedIn post of just some text. Now I know using a picture enhances the profile. Tagging other groups, other people raises this profile. It gets more eyeballs on it, and that's really the name of the game.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, my friend. Well, I appreciate your time. I'm very honored to have had you as a client, and we've become good friends. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to meet in person. I appreciate it. All right, my friend. Enjoy Saturday. Have a good one. Thank you.